Hi, and welcome to julesFM. I'm Jules, and I'm chasing a wild, wonderful dream to become a voiceover artist and specifically to bring a character to life in animation. This podcast is my real-time journey through auditions, setbacks, breakthroughs, and the messy middle. But Jules FM isn't about or just about mic technique or nailing a cartoon laugh. It's about something deeper. It's about finding the courage to show up, the confidence to speak up, the belief that your voice and mine deserve to be heard. So whether you're chasing the same dream as me or simply trying to own your space in the world, I hope you'll come along for the ride. Let's find your voice and mine together. So why am I doing this? Well, I'm starting from the middle. I'm not famous and I'm not an expert yet, but I have a dream to voice a character in an animated film or cartoon. And right now, I am deep in the messy, magical middle of figuring out how to get there. I bought the gear, I've stumbled through the auditions, I've second-guessed myself and then hit record anyway. And one day I thought, what if I stopped waiting until I'd made it to share this journey and brought you with me on it instead? So here we are. Each week I'll be sharing what I'm learning from vocal warm-ups to mindset shifts, stories, my own and those of others who are chasing their dreams too, and maybe even a few playful voice experiments because, hey, this is a voice podcast and I plan to use mine. This isn't a polished how-to from the top of the mountain. It's a trail map from someone still climbing, still figuring it out and still showing up. So if you've ever felt called to something but didn't know where to start, if you've felt stuck or small or scared, if you're ready to stop waiting and start doing, then you're in the right place. Let's make some noise. Let's speak it into being. This is Jules FM, and just like me, it's time to find your voice. Today, in our very first episode, I want to share more about why this podcast exists and what it means to me. A bit about me to start. When I was little, all I wanted to be was a performer. I danced, I sang, I even had my own radio station, JFM, my initials. But like so many protective mums, mine told me that acting wasn't a good career choice and that I would end up being a waitress all my life. So while still following my dream on the side, I got a degree in education. Turns out I love teaching kids, luckily. However, that was not the purpose and passion I believed I was meant for. In my 20s, my pursuit of acting led me into the realm of voiceovers. My very first gig was working at the Fox FM studios with Matt Tilley on a radio commercial for Coles Online. And it went a little something like this. Hi, I'm Jenny, your Coles Online personal shopper. So let me do the shopping for you. I loved it. I was hooked. I had found my thing. I was doing radio commercials, TV commercials, on-hold messages, educational videos, anything I could get around. But the work was a little unpredictable and hard to juggle with teaching and kids. Well, that was what I told myself. But there were also some mental blocks, so I let it slip away. 10 years passed and a life-changing event later, and I became acutely aware of something missing in my life. Nothing like a crisis to help you take stock. Anyway, here I am. The landscape looks so different now, but so am I. And I realize now that the person I was back then probably wasn't going to make it. Not back then. I was too worried about everything, about only 2% of people will get work and am I doing the right ads? Am I doing the right thing? Am I getting out there enough? But so divine is the timing of life that I now understand that this career is about something bigger. It's about confidence, self-expression, and trusting myself when I'm scared and continuing to move forward. even when I don't know what the path looks like. And this is exactly what this podcast is all about. The logistics and essentials of voiceovers, but also the life skills and mindset of living your dream. So I'm learning out loud because maybe as I build my dream, it might help you build yours too. In this podcast, you'll hear me try things, mess things up, learn, and keep going. You'll also meet some incredible humans who've found their own voice and share how they got there. And hopefully, you'll join me in my Brave Bites, a small act of courage to help you connect, create, and show up more fully on mic and also in life. Thank you for listening to this very first episode. If you have a passion or want to find your voice, hit follow, share it with someone you care about, and stick around. There's so much more to come. If you'd like to ask questions or just connect with me, you can on LinkedIn, Instagram, or via email. And I'd love to hear what dream you're chasing. This is just the beginning. Thanks for pressing play. And remember, sometimes the right voice isn't perfect. It's just yours, used bravely.